Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 13 carries, 67 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Lions at 8-4 now on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Cousins.
This one into the hands of Thielen.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 11 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Throwing, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Left side, Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Smith. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Now Cousins.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Cook fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Again, it's Cook.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this will wind up the Lions' 1st down as they'll get this up to about the 42.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Go off a handoff here to Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Goff. Steps away. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level.
That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but We know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Cousins on first down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, well,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions have moved out in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. As we roll on here in the month of December, week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night,
and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
we have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Now a first down throw. Goff.
And there's Williams. What a catch.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Goff. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Nwangu now from his...
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result. And that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now this one complete on the slant route. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Albert Wilson, 64 yards.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Ball back to the Detroit offense and DJ Chark.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Back to throw, Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. And he loses the football the second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Cousins throw there taken in by Smith. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 5. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Cousins to throw it. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Dalvin Cook,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now the tackle that time by James Lynch.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On 1st down, Goff.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that is incomplete.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
61 yards on the ground for him so far.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Goff now looks to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Goff.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd down and goal. Goff. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A 1st down throw for Cousins.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it because he had visions of end zone.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Lions are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
He completes it to Wilson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. First down, here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 38, Cousins. Caught by Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Again, it's Cousins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Well, what a catch there by Thielen. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One last shot now for Cousins. To the back of the end zone. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best.